Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for a very special edition of WOWSA Live with a group of guests from Bangladesh and our host, Ned Dennison. Ned?
Hello, everyone. I'm an epic marathon swimmer with more than 50 swims around the world, and I'm always looking for new and exciting challenges, and we've got one for you today. It's called the Bangla Channel. And I'm with Fazlul, who's local in Bangladesh, and he's going to explain to us, first of all, Fazlul, welcome, and tell us, where is the channel?
Thank you, Ned. Thank you, Mr. Stephen. Bangla Channel is located in Bangladesh. It's in the southern tip of Bangladesh. The route is located from Teknaf to St. Martin's Island. It's a 16.1 kilometer waterway to the Bay of Bengal.
And you've got a large team on the call today. Tell us about your organization. Tell us about the number of people you put in support boats and how it looks out there.
All right. Bangla Channel has our swimming, the debut swimming, we did it in the year of 2006. And we are continually doing it since then onwards. A scuba diver, his name is Mr. Kazi Hamidul Haq. He dreamt about this route, and we, the tribe of swimmer, Mr. Lipton, Mr. Salman Saeed, and myself, we inaugurated in the debut swimming in the year of 2006. And afterwards, it was one of the exciting events in Bangladesh, and getting popularities in the young generation. Every year, we are the number of participants are going higher, and only with the exception of this year, we had to cancel for the pandemic. And the water temperature is pretty good. The water temperature always stays 22 to 27 degrees Celsius, and the swim itself, so sometimes the oceans are choppy, sometimes it's windy, and it's a beautiful swim. We are just experiencing, and the most important thing is the stretch from Cox's Bazar to Teknaf is 100 kilometers. So at the moment, the route is 16.1 K, which is exactly 10 miles. And in future, we are working on it. If we can extend the route from a little bit more like 50, 60 kilometers, maybe someday it's gonna be the Ocean's 8, you know? And we will be very much happy if we can enter ourselves in Bangla Channel swimming as Ocean's 8. And if we can extend the route, we are from a place called Inani Beach. It's in the middle of Cox's Bazar and Teknaf. From there to St. Martin's Island, the distance will gonna be like 60 kilometers. So we haven't done it yet, but we have potential swimmers who are the young generation, you know, they are like waiting to get it done. So we practice every day. We are just the first generation of open water swimming in Bangladesh, and we are spreading it out to all our country boys and girls throughout the country, and we are also inviting other countries open water swimmers to come to Bangladesh and join us for this swim.
And is this taking place on one day in the year, or do you also take individual swimmers?
Basically, the swim season is starting from February and beginning of February till mid of April. And if anyone, we are doing this event every year with a group of people. And if anyone likes to do on their own within this time, we can also he can also do that.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about
timing.
Tell us a little bit about the water. What do you have for wildlife? How close is the nearest big city for purposes of pollution? What is it? What is the water like?
The water is absolutely pollution free. You know, there is no industrial establishment located near Teknaf and St. Martin's Island. And there is no ships also that traveling to the path, the swim route. Normally, jellyfishes are in plenty, and sometimes we experience dolphins. And just yesterday, we have seen a whale. Some of the journalists, he took a picture of the whale, and in fact, the whale was injured, and he got ashore, you know. So mostly jellyfish all the way. So, and the stings are not very, you know, like severe, but you can just live with it.
And you now have more than 50 swimmers who have completed this swim?
We have a little bit more than 50 swimmers so far who has done the swimming, including one woman from Pune, India, who is she is English Channel swimmer who will cross the channel, and also we have got few women, the local women who crossed with us in the past 2 years, and the most important thing, like in English Channel, there are 200 ships, you know, like traveling to the path. But in our Bangla Channel, there's not much ships around. The thing we can see is only the fishing trawlers, that's it, and our navigation boat is around. So it's a pretty cool, it's one of the best swim you can ever have in such a lovely water, you know, and lovely people, lovely weather.
And of these 50 swimmers, tell us about the surprises that the swimmers have had. The wind picks up, the current goes against them. What are they experiencing out there?
In the year of 2005, we went with an exploratory boat all the way from Dhaka to St. Martin's Island. We have checked the currents. There are few different currents going from Naf River all the way to Myanmar, and there is another current going in the deep sea. In between these currents, there's a corridor which takes the swimmer to all the way to St. Martin's Island. And the swimmers are always guided with a rescue boat, always beside him, so to guide him to the right corridor so he doesn't get lost. And for surprises, in fact, in the year of 2018, when we started swimming, the sea was pretty calm and quiet. So right after 45 minutes or 50 minutes, there was very windy, and the Bay of Bengal, I never seen the so choppy seas. Out of 28 swimmers, only 18 of us were able to cross, and 10 of them had to abandon the swim due to a rough sea. But at the end, it was a big adventure. It was a pretty nice swim.
I wouldn't worry about that too much. I think much of the viewers, they're looking for a challenge. If you said it's always calm, and there's a line painted on the bottom, and there's a set of lane lines, no one would be interested. But we want to know there's a challenge. How would an international swimmer get to your event? I understand you're offering a kind of a package. Steve, you may want to unmute Parvez.
Go ahead.
Parvez, we have an internet connection problem.
Right. Thank you.
Can you tell us how people would get there? And I understand you offer a service to collect them from the airport and things like this.
Yeah, so thank you for your question. So yeah, we have kind of a package there that if an international swimmer comes there, mostly he can come to there is two airports. Mostly they can come to the Dhaka airport, which is actually the capital. From there, we can have a ride. It's actually kind of 8 or 9-ish hours drive from the capital to the shore. Then you have to take a boat because we start from the island. I mean, we go to the island, then we we take a boat in the morning, come to the shore of the mainland, then we swim. That's how we do it. But why I will tell you why it's a like really interesting package, and people will love it because it comes with not only a really awesome swimming experience, but also it's like the island is beautiful, and we have a lot of coconut trees there. Then if you like fish, we have a lot of fresh fish there, and we have kind of a festival there, like because the whole island, they knows that there is a event going on and it's related swimming, and people get excited. They come to the shore to see that people are crossing, and you can see in the morning they're like bringing fresh fish from the oceans, and they will cook it for you. And the living experience is pretty good there. The water is nice, and the water color is blue, and there is absolutely no pollution. So, and as in terms of swimming, I did the Bangla Channel twice. One was in 2015 and 16. I have, and the first one was really awesome experience for me. We started early in the morning, and you were asking about the current. So I feel like there is actually a window for swimming there, which is, it starts from early in the morning, which is around 6 a.m. in the morning towards close to 12 p.m. So this time is really good because the tide will be towards the island, and it will be good for us because I'm kind of a slow swimmer, and at the end of my swimming, the tide was against me. So I guess I have the record of swimming it for the longest time. I crossed it within 6 hours because at the end of my swimming, I could see the shore, but I could not reach there. It took a while for me, but I struggled, but I kept swimming. That helped me. So you have that challenge there, but the other challenges like thinking of whether there is a shark in the water or, like what are the other dangers. In terms of that, it's pretty safe because for the temperature, we don't have sharks there. As per our research, they don't like the temperature that we have in Bangla Channel. So it's I think it's between 60 to 75 degree Fahrenheit temperature we naturally get there. And the water is pretty good. Like it's pretty clear, and it's not very choppy at the same time, but sometimes it gets choppy. It depends on which time of the year you go there. So I can tell you that it can be a really awesome package in terms of getting into a new culture, seeing, rustic people and the lifestyle of the fishermen. And at the same time, the swimming experience. We can offer another very interesting thing that if you hear, like there are two big trench in ocean bed. One, so we have the Mariana Trench here, which is I think it's the second deepest place in the earth. So there is a lot of wells sometimes, like there are boats, they can take you there to see the wells there. And so yeah, it's a kind of a package of events there we can have.
So an international swimmer could say to you, I want to come at this time of year. I'm coming with my partner and my 3 kids. I want to stay in a hotel for a couple of days on a beach. And then I want to go out to the island. I want to do the swim. And maybe I want to spend a night in the capital city.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds really good. Like if you plan for days, we can certainly arrange like this is not a good time in a way because, you know, people are not going from place to place. But that's a really, like, you like it, I think.
Everything is after COVID.
Yeah, we are really looking forward.
And what has been the fastest person's time across the channel?
I think I left the country before the swim, so I am not really aware of the like record, and I saw it, but I forward. So I think Fazlul Bhai or Lipton Bhai, they can answer you better because they were the event organizer at that time.
Can we unmute Fazlul? 1 second, Steve.
Yes, it was 2:59
Okay.
last year. I'm trying to.
Go ahead and unmute Fazlul. He'll know the answer.
Fazil, you have to unmute. Yes.
Oh, sorry. What was the fastest time on the swim, Fazlul?
Miss Ritu in 2016, she did in 3 and 26 minutes. And after that, that record was broken. Russell, of local person, he did it in 8 minutes. After
That
that,
was three hours and 8 minutes, yes?
100%. After that, his record was also broken in 2019, I guess. It was less than, say, 3 hours, 3 hours, you can say.
Okay, so many of our viewers will be familiar with the Dutchman Milko van Hoel. It's spelled G-O-O-L.
Yes.
He was based in Pakistan, I believe, on work for the European Commission, and he came out and did the swim. Milko held the North Channel male record for a few years and is a very experienced swimmer. So he's one of the people in the Western world that many people will know, and his experience was very positive.
Yes, exactly. Mr. Milko is a very good swimmer, and since his swim, in fact, we have changed, we have introduced the freestyle and the breaststroke, and we have abandoned the snorkel and fin swimming since after his swimming, since 2012. We understood we can also, you know, swim, you know, like this. The only thing we focus on that practice makes the difference. Like we didn't have much swimming pool around in the city, in the capital for practicing, but we found and a few water reservoir where we can do our practice in the early morning, and we have seen a jump in our timing, and every time the record is broken, and we have introduced the swimming in a competitive swimming. It's like a race. Before like gone into race, so we have got also prize money for the first 3 crosses. That's how it became really different kind of Bangla.
Well, listen, I want to thank you and your team for your time today. When we post the article, we'll also include contact details. And I will suggest to the viewers that there are now hundreds and hundreds of channels that can be swum around the world. Sometimes when you catch the organizations in the very first years, it's kind of a honeymoon period, and everybody is incredibly excited to see visitors from overseas. So please, if you're looking for an adventure for next year, give these folks a call and see what you can arrange. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.